crazy.
All right, all right, all right. What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy Astro coming at you today. Coming at you today from a different country. Yes, in a different country. That country I'm in right now is South America. Is in South America, that is. That's right. It's in South America.
Uh-huh. It's in South America.
Yeah, that's where we at. We at in South America. All right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So I already got a question. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Nicole, for the question. Hi, Asher. I'm trying to figure out why I'm attracting narcissistic people. I attract a male version of my narcissistic mother. How can I heal that? It's a beautiful question. I'm gonna get to you. Don't worry. Just hold that thought. We got a lot to discuss today. All right. We got a lot of things to talk about. So I'm just trying to get situated where I'm at right now. And yeah, let's talk. So I'm in the beautiful country of Colombia. That's right. I am in Colombia. Sí, sí. Me casa en del Colombia. So I've been learning Spanish for. I've been trying to learn Spanish, because it's always some words you don't know. That's right. At some point, I'll be doing some things, but regardless of which, I don't. I got some things I'm doing actually. While I'm here, I'm doing a few things. All right, enriching my skills. I'm not going to share that with you guys because it's sort of sacred. And then I'm going to be doing some other things, finishing off some projects, doing what I need to do. Because the universe is saying to me, you need to finish what you started. I'm not opening up any more doors until you close the ones that you've opened. So I'm taking that advice. I am going to be closing some doors that I've started. I'm going to get really, really in depth. So sometimes you won't be hearing from me for at least a week, possibly. Because I got to do these stuff. I have to finish what I started. All these things these projects I've been doing, I need to finish. But anyway, that's another topic on its own. What I came here to discuss is with what I'm doing today is called I'm doing an Ask Astro. You get to ask questions. Also, I'm here to promote my school. As you know, my beginner's astrology course is about to begin. That begins before the intermediate and before the expert. We rolled that out. I'm not going to be starting at the same time. My intermediate course, they're moving on to the expert. I don't have anybody that didn't pass the exams. I didn't tell them that yet. This is brand new. So, and the experts, amazing people. They did well. They pushed them out of the universe into Earth to say, go forth and be great. Because that's what we do. We make great astrologers, not good. We want them to be great. Right. And if you want to be a part of that greatness, if you want to be that person that's able to, to take a look at your children's chart, your lover's chart, your partner's chart, even in simple, mundane stuff like when you're about to purchase a phone or a car, want to know what's going to happen while you have those things. Astrology can be that. It can dissect you to the core. I'm talking about every single thing about you presented right in front of you. I guess that's the reason why some people be afraid of, making their charts public because they don't want people to know who they are. But that is the way unconditional love can be displayed. If people understand who you are, if they understand who you are from the core, why would they not want to be around you? Why would they not want to share or show you unconditional love? So actually not showing yourself or being afraid to display your chart or even be vulnerable makes you less powerful. Because the more vulnerable you are, the more you attract people. The less vulnerable you are, that's when you're supposed to be when you're focusing on a project or something you want to come into fruition. You say, you know what? That's what I'm doing. I'm not sharing this information on what I'm doing because human beings are very fickle. They could listen to you speak about an idea and out of the blue just say, that shit ain't gonna work. And they call their friends and be like, you see what Astro's doing? That shit ain't gonna work. He got this and that and this and that. And then they then take on the mind. And now, me as a person, I have to combat 5 negative people and what they're putting into the universe about me with my one self. So when it comes to projects and what you are going to accomplish, vulnerability should be at a low. But when it comes to displaying who you are and wanting to be what I call the best version of yourself, unconditional love for yourself first, and being vulnerable. That is, I can't tell you nowhere to lie. That's just how it is. Being vulnerable, open. Now I know a lot of people who follow me on Facebook, sometimes they'll be like, Asher, you really post a lot about relationships. Well, that's how I grab your attention. Everybody loves relationships, right? And everybody loves controversy. The most likes or the most comments I ever get is when I speak about relationships. People be like, yeah, well, Asher, you just a jackass. That ain't true. La 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 la. Booger ring ring ring. And I'd be like, I got you. Got you. Now you're commenting. Now you're responding. Now I got you engaged. So now we can talk about astrology. And then they just read it because what happened is they think I'm going to talk about a relationship again and again. And I'll be like, we're going to talk about astrology now. And my views are not entirely universal. They're very much logic. No, I should say universal, but it is what it is. Some parts of the universe doesn't really. Uh, there's not male and female in a human form, so this only applies to being a human being. When you ever see stuff about relationships or what have you. So don't hold it against me. I see people be unfollowing me. They be like, unfriend. Why you unfriend? Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Shouldn't be that way. We're grown adults, aren't we? Or are we children? Are we children? Or are we grown adults that we can communicate and conversate about these things? Of course, we're adults. Now, the conversation we're going to have today is about something that's global, something that's going to impact every single person that's watching this video. And that is the war that is about to be between Venezuela and the United States of America. Between Venezuela and the United States of America. Now, I mentioned when I talked about the transition of Neptune out of Pisces into Aries that there would be a war on spirituality, a war on drugs, a war on lies, a war on hidden things. I mentioned this. Told you. And this is what's happening. That Neptune moving into Aries, Neptune which rules smoke and mirrors, addictions, that also includes drugs, alcohol, or anything of that nature, spirituality, escapisms, prisons, silence, and hospitals. There's a big war that's happening in those areas. There's a big spiritual war that's going on. You don't see it, but you feel it. I know you're saying to yourself, man, Astro, this you're right. I be feeling this like something is about to happen. Well, it's been happening. But the moment Neptune went into Aries. Now, this so-called war, I say, is smoke and mirrors. Mm-hmm. Whenever Neptune happens to go in the sign of Aries, there's a war that happens. But the war, which is represented by Mars and Aries, is smoke and mirrors for underhanded action. Underhanded meaning Pisces. Action is represented by Mars and Aries. So what y'all are seeing is an act of smoke and mirrors. So it all falls into play. Same time, same place. Now, I was very, very, laid back about this topic until I glimpsed, this all of a sudden war against drugs. What about the war against pedophilia? What about the war against starving and genocide? All of a sudden, it's about war on drugs, fentanyl. Fentanyl is supposedly kills over 200 something thousand people a year, Americans. And I'm not disputing that fact. I'm not saying that at all. So does heart attack. So does cancer. Where is the fight? Heart attack, cancer, HIV, AIDS, heart disease, diabetes. These things take out people, wipe out people. Okay? What they're not doing is they're not tackling the bigger issue. The bigger issue is human beings are now faced with having to want to escape reality because their reality is so grim. It's so hard to feed your family. It's so hard to buy a piece of property. When you buy, you're being foreclosed because your job is gone. Everything. They're not tackling the bottom issue. The bottom issue is they've created a world that you live in that majority of people don't want to live in. There's a feeling of I need to escape. Or you thought fentanyl was the problem? No, of course not. Fentanyl is the antidote for what these elites have created and made our worlds into. And so now the smoke and mirrors is let's battle this narcos boss. Let's see what we could do. Let's eliminate him and his people. That's what we're gonna say. But what about eliminating the Federal Reserve that we talked about? What about eliminating certain things, you know? Anyway, people be following these Facebooks, these YouTube channels, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just saying that there's more. We get to the bottom of the surface, which is our world is very hard to live in. People hardly find food to eat, and now they're taking back food stamps from people that they put on this codependency, and now they want them to live normal. But yet, you don't want these people to try to escape their reality by drugs, alcohol, fentanyl. You know, you want to attack the people who are creating them. No, you are the one. You are the one who created this black hole. Just can't even afford to buy a own home. It's just ridiculous. But nevertheless, we're gonna tackle and focus on what the problem is between Venezuela and the United States of America. Are we gonna take a look at it from an astrological perspective? That's right. Let's take a look at the narco state, which they consider Venezuela. All right. I'm also going to take a look at Nicolas Maduro's, the president of Venezuela, his chart, and also the chart of Donald Trump to see what is it that's going on. We're going to take a look at the synastry between Venezuela and the United States and take a look at what they got going on. Why is this happening? What the hell is going on? And you're going to be watching because I haven't taken a look at any of these charts other than Donald J. Trump in the past. I have not taken a look at Nicolas Maduro's chart. So we're going to do this together. We're going to be doing this together. So this is sort of a partnership between me and you. So anyway, before we even get into it also, have you noticed that the United States now has stationed most of their warships around Venezuela, the coast of the Caribbean, all through the Caribbean, saying that they're tackling drugs. So let's take a look at these charts. I'm gonna form these charts, take a look at them, and we're gonna add some stuff. All right. All righty. So let me add in Nicolas Maduro's chart before we even get into Venezuela. Oh, wait, first and foremost, let's take a look at Venezuela's chart. And if you don't know, this book right here is called Accurate World Horoscope. I've shown you this before. If you're into mundane astrology, this is the go-to. All right? This is the go-to. I'm going to put in Venice. And according to this rectification, all right, they were started at December 8th, 1829. So it's the 8th of December, 1829. And the time is 4:27 p.m. 4:27 p.m. The city, Caracas. And let's take a look at this chart. Wait, did I say p.m.? I want to make sure I got the right time. Hold up, y'all. December 8th, 1829. Did I have that? 1829. Oh, that's why I got the wrong time. It's G. Wait, it's LMT? Yeah, so it's LMT. And it's 4:27 p.m. All right. Well, what's going on here? We definitely got to take a look at this. Oh, so let's go. I think it's saying sidereal time, noon. Oh, 12 o'clock. It's 12 p.m. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was. Let's edit it, and it's 12 p.m. 12 p.m. All right. Let's cast the chart. And according to this mundane chart, take a look at it. The rising sign of Venezuela is Pisces. Pisces. I know what you're thinking, right? So if you guys don't know, but the sign of Pisces, it rules drugs, alcohol, escapism, smoke and mirrors, magic, spirituality, and drugs, alcohol, prisons, hospitals, asylums, all of that sort of. Okay? So I guess to the world, or what it presents itself as, because that's what the ascendant is about, it presents itself as a drug haven, someplace that's very spiritual, also, someplace where escapism is naturally a spiritual haven, a place that needs help. And that's what they want to say. All right. Okay. So that's what this is implying. The other thing about the Venezuela is the sun is in Sagittarius and it's sitting in the 10th house of government, of status, of putting themselves out there, pride in their government, in the structure. Okay? That's what they have when it comes to their energy of Venezuela. If you take a look, there is Sun, Toro, Bacchus, and MC all conjunct. I mean, all conjunct in the sign of Sagittarius. So even with Venezuela, before all of this happened, Venezuela may have been a tourist destination, someplace people would want to go because it's so beautiful and exotic. However, the Toro normally represents, if you take a look at the screen, bullying, intimidation, doing hard work, physical work, strength, muscle flexing, psychologically, or physically challenging others. Rough treatment, competitive, prize fighting, and toughness. I don't know if you were able to see that, but that's what the screen shows. So this is the emphasis of Venezuela itself. All right. Now you take a look at the moon, and the moon here is in Taurus and sitting in the third house. And Taurus rules money, assets, finances. Okay? It rules that. And with the moon is sitting inside the sign of Taurus, is exalted there. So we know that Venezuela comes from a rich nation of not just information, but financial as well. All right, they're sitting on their reserves. If you don't know, Venezuela sits on one of the biggest reserves of oils in the world. Okay, they're sitting on assets. The thing is, though, if you take a look at the second house in astrology rules assets, finances. So it's naturally aligned with Taurus, but there's Pluto there. And Pluto, believe it or not, rules death, sex, regeneration. It also rules, believing or not, digging, minding. All right. And this Pluto is sitting in the sign of Aries, which means that there's always going to be war for their assets. People are always going to want to control their assets. Okay? When we take a look at what is going to be at war, you'd think it'd be the people who live there. No. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is sitting in the ninth house of foreign places, foreign cultures, foreign countries, and sitting in Scorpio. That means that they're going to always be at war for their own assets from foreign people trying to wage war out of control. They want control of their assets. It's right here playing right before us. Okay? You take a look at it again, foreign places, which is ruled by the ninth house. As Scorpio there, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And Pluto is in the sign of Aries in the second house of assets, which means that these people are always going to war. People are going to always want to war with Venezuela for their stuff. Period. Okay? That's just what it is. And I noticed that Venezuela has reached out to other countries saying, listen, my fellow brothers of South America, Colombia, Uruguay, Chile, Brazil, all of you come together to protect our South American borders. Ain't not a damn one of them answered. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Astrologically, it's showing there. Neptune in this. So the 11th house is the house of associates. All right? It's also the sign of friends. And Monday in astrology, other countries, allies. Okay? Capricorn is there. Now, Capricorn is a sign that is about business. There's no friendliness there. There's no any of that. And Neptune is there as well. Neptune rules smoke and mirrors. It rules hidden enemies. It represents idealism. So in their mind, they think that they have this allies of people around them who are going to stand up and fight for them. Well, the natal chart says that's absolutely incorrect. That's right. Incorrect. I don't see it. Not going to happen. They think they will, but no. Definitely not going to happen. Now that's the chart of Venezuela. I didn't get into all of it. Okay, didn't get into the whole thing because we could go on and on and on about these things. You go on to the health of the people, Saturn and Leo in the sixth house. Nah, not too well. It is what it is. Venus is in the 12th house when it comes to the women, especially with Uranus there. Very different, eccentric, unique. That's just Venezuelan women. When it comes to the men are dangerous. Mars, which represents the men in the culture, is in Scorpio in the ninth house. Gangs. That's right. Bunch of gangs. And now we're gonna look at Maduro's chart because they're accusing Maduro of being a drug kingpin. Now, truly, if he is a kingpin of drugs, we are going to see it in his chart. I'm gonna take a look because I just see if we can find his chart. Take a look. If we could find his chart, that'd be perfect. But won't you look at that? We have his chart, and I'm gonna put his chart up. Come on now. New. His name is Nicolas Maduro. He was born the 23rd of November, 1962. He was born at 9:03 p.m. and he was born in Caracas, Venezuela. All right. So now we're taking a look at the president of Venezuela, his chart. And we see that he's a Cancer rising. Pallas Athena, a conjunct is ascendant, so he's a Cancer rising. And we take a look, if you look at Maduro's chart, I mean his picture, he does give a striking resemblance of a Cancer rising, right? That's the round face, the moon shaped face is I would consider one of the strongest indications of a of a Cancer rising. Round cheeks, so to speak. Now, let's take a look at his chart. Now, he has Venus conjunct Neptune in the fifth house. Now, I can't even argue with that because I have Venus conjunct Neptune in the fifth house. However, mine is in Sagittarius. His Venus is in Scorpio. Scorpio. Venus is in detriment in the sign of Scorpio. It is at its worst. Not only that, his Venus is retrograde. That's right. It is retrograde. And it's in the sign of Scorpio that rules gangs, sex, death, regeneration. So when is Venus, the ruler of his 11th house, which rules groups, is conjunct Neptune, which rules hidden enemy, drugs, alcohol, deception, spirituality. I would say that he's associated with some. His friends are gangsters, according to chart. Okay, possibly some gangsters. All right, it is what it is, and it's sitting in his fifth house of natural talent. So now we're looking at somebody whose natural talent is this. Pretty good at it. Now, as a Scorpio, as a Sagittarius sun, he has his Mercury in Sagittarius in the sixth house, and so is his sun, and it's conjunct Bacchus. And I truly believe that they call him, a drug kingpin. I feel like, based upon his chart, he likes to take gamble, or he likes to take risks. He's addicted to the thrill. Okay, and I say that because Mars, which is sitting in a sign that is ruled by the sun, is sitting in the second house. So he can take risk when it comes to, and I say risk because Leo is the sign that rules risk, speculation, and gambling, and the second house just rules money and assets. So I truly feel that this is definitely so. He's very aggressive towards money and living a very lavish, king-like lifestyle. Another person that has this placement, and I truly believe he's a big gambler, is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has the same placement of Mars being in the second house, in the sign of Leo. And we all know that he's a big gambler, very competitive, and loves to take risks when it comes to business. His Jupiter is conjunct Chiron and is sitting in the sign of Pisces in the ninth house. And ninth house rules foreign places, foreign cultures, and that's this right here, guys. If you know what I'm talking about, right here. Jupiter rules expansion, growth, almost no boundaries. Pisces rules drugs, alcohol, escapism, spirituality. And if you combine those things, that means that he expands through foreign countries, and foreign cultures through escapism. Okay, all right, through escapism. Now I've taught on my post about midpoints, and the midpoint tells you, especially between the moon and the sun, of exactly how a person truly is. So we're going to take a look at the midpoint of the sun and the moon in his chart, and let's see where it takes us to. So, if you're taking a look at this, and this is the first time, guys, that I'm taking a look at this, his sun moon midpoint is actually conjunct Neptune, the planet that rules drugs, rules escapisms, and in the sign of Scorpio, that rules the mob, the mafia, gangs, criminal activities. Is Maduro a kingpin? Is he a drug dealer? Does the United States just want their assets? The two of these things can be true. And what I see is the two of these things are definitely true for him. The only thing is, how you going to get it into Venezuela? Not with his leadership. He has Pluto in the third house. That means that what he says, once it's logical, once it's sound, he can rally up a group of people out of nowhere. This man was made for war. His MC is in Aries. This man's, yeah. I don't know how the United States is the most powerful country in the world. So it could flex. It could take over any place it wants, actually. But just know it ain't going down without a fight. It is not going down without a fight. All right? Okay, it is what it is. Now we're going to take a look at United States chart. And we're going to take a look at the synastry between United States and Venezuela. So I'm going to pull up United States chart. I'm gonna put it up here. United States of America. And we're gonna use our handy dandy book and take a look at the United States of America. United Arabs, United Kingdom, United States of America. 4th of July, 9, sorry, 1776. And they got this one rectified at 2:14 a.m. All right. Then take a look at the city, and it's Philadelphia. Pennsylvania. All right. So now we know that the United States of America, their chart is at Gemini rising. Now, Gemini, the sign Gemini is square to Pisces. This is why majority of times people who are sun in Pisces don't necessarily get along with sun in Gemini for a very long time, like to say forever, forever. There's going to be some sort of friction. Okay, so that also goes with the ascendant. Now, the United States has Uranus conjunct the ascendant, which means that it has its power. It goes up and down. Moon conjunct the MC in the ninth house. Always the humanitarian for different countries. Also, the country that likes taking over other countries. As a matter of fact, the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus and is conjunct the ascendant. When the ruler of the ninth house is conjunct the ascendant, this is a country known for its connection to other countries. All right? And that's just period, point blank. So let's take a look at the synastry between those two. Oh, and we got the United States, and let's take a look at Venezuela. All right, so this is the chart. Let me see if this is displaying it. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hold a second. Let me create another scene so you guys can see it. Add a source, window capture. All right, here it is. Now, the United States, as you can see, their Mars is conjunct the IC of Venezuela. Now, the IC, if you don't know what it represents the physical home. And Mars representing war, aggression. When there's a conjunction, there's a blending of energy, which means that United States probably have been plotting on war in the home of Venezuela. And this isn't just about Venezuela. Any country that has their IC close in Gemini, close to their Mars, they're going to war with them. Okay? That's just period, point blank. There's going to be some form of war. So if you're asking me, is there going to be war? I'd say that America is going to be aggressive towards the home of Venezuela. It is literally there. All right? It's sitting in our faces. It also, Mars, all right, in Scorpio is a secret war, and its conjunct vertex in, I would say, United States chart, the sixth house of health, work, and service. So Venezuela has a secret war against the health of the United States people. Fentanyl, period, point blank. It's showing there. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. So, in all retrospect, this chart is showing that there's going to be a war. Let me take a look at the North Node. And the North Node of Venezuela is conjunct the Neptune, drugs, alcohol, this other things, is conjunct Neptune in America's chart. So there's definitely going to be some sort of smoke and mirrors as it pertains to this. Now, if I even swap, if we swap chart, right? Swap charts, put Venezuela on the inside, you'd see that Neptune is conjunct of Venezuela's North Node in the seventh house of diplomacy. All right? And Neptune is a fake friend. This is a fake diplomacy. The United States is gonna Venezuela needs to get ready because it's gonna be serious. There's also the Venus conjunct South Node in Aquarius of United States of America. So it's the Uranus conjunct the South Node of the United States of America. According to this isn't the first time in history that these countries have done this. This is fated. Fated to happen. All right, old news. There are a lot of other stuff I'm seeing here, but I can't necessarily get into it. If they were to, let's take a look at the relationship. I'm gonna take a look at the compatibility between these two countries. Oh, that's the report. Oh, let me close that. Let's go back to this. I'm gonna take a look at the Ashkut. What's going on here? Oh, the synastry is gone. Anyway, so the synastry is gone, but y'all get the gist. You say, what chart was that? That was the synastry chart of Venezuela and the United States of America. All right, that's what that was. So, like I'm telling you guys, this is fated. It's gonna happen. When I tell people about astrology and how accurate it could be, if they take a look, if you really look at all of these countries in this book, you will be able to predict every war that's going to happen between each country. That's right. The same book here. You're able to tell every war that's ever going to happen, when there's going to be conflict and what's not. That's right. It's just right there before our eyes. I did it with the Israel Palestine charts, with Yemen and Israel. It's so many different, like I said, astrology is just like that. Maduro, according to his chart, is astrologically what the United States government is calling him. Okay. He is what they're saying that he is. According astrologically, that is. Astrologically, he's a kingpin. Period. So, what's good, everybody? What questions you got for me? If you got some Ask Astro, if you got questions that you need answers to in your personal life, if you don't feel like displaying them here, you could actually message me on Messenger, Instagram, or any of that nature, and we could go. Oh, okay. So we have somebody. We got somebody.
Hey, Astro.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. I got you on live because you actually you wanted to.
Not picture, just voice, right?
Yeah, just voice. Nobody knows who I'm talking
Okay,
to.
okay, okay, okay.
Now, and even when I put the charts on the screen, nobody's gonna know.
Okay, it's my son's chart.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah.
I never. Yeah, because you never gave me a chart.
Yeah, I just tell me any three things that you well, I don't really have no questions. Just any three things that you can tell me.
Oh, you want me to just dissect his life?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we can dissect his life. He okay with that?
Yeah. They don't care.
He don't care.
He don't care. He don't got no choice.
All right. So should I name him Kim's son or should I give him his name?
Kimian.
You
It
name
don't
your
matter. Whatever you
you
want to
name your
say.
son after you.
Yeah. Well, what's wrong with that?
Spell it for
That's
me.
just his middle name.
Spell it for
Huh?
me. Spell it for me.
Kemeon. Kimian.
Wait. Keme.
Uh-huh. On.
Okay.
Kimian. 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 Whichever.
Okay. All right. And his date of birth is what?
December the 27th, 2002.
And the time of day he was born?
2:06 a.m.
And where was he born?
Louisville, Kentucky.
All right. Kentucky.
Hmm.
All right. Let me put the chart up. Let's take a look. Let's see how it's looking.
Okay. Okay.
So, what does your son do for a living?
He works at UPS at a Worldport Airport UPS.
Is that what he wants to do?
No, he think of no, that's
How
not what he wants to
how
do.
long has he been working at the UPS?
About maybe 2 years, a little bit over 2 years.
How long do you think he's gonna be there?
I don't know. He be kind of stuck in his ways. He it's a long time,
Go ahead. You can say
long
it.
time,
You say a long time.
long time. Yeah.
Did he ever tell you what he
Mhm.
wants to do other than that? Like, what he told you want to do?
He wants to be rich, so there's no telling what he wants to do. I don't know. All he talk about is just being rich and having this and having that. So I don't know.
So, what is he
I
gonna be
don't know what
doing
he.
in order to be rich?
I hope not nothing illegal. I don't know. I don't
Oh, we gonna get
know.
into it.
You tell me.
We gonna get into it,
Okay.
Kim. I'm asking you these
Okay.
questions because we gonna have a conversation about your son. We're talking about him. So
Okay.
let's. I like dialogue, you know. So I'm just, we just
He's
talking.
never said. All he just talks about just being rich and having this and having that, and I don't know. He's never really said.
Does he
He
ever?
likes music though. I know that, but I don't think he's gonna be no rapper, no singer, or nothing.
You don't think he's gonna be no rapper, no singer?
No, I don't know. He be playing with music though. I don't know. He's kind of quiet, like, well, to his, I don't know.
He's quiet. You say he's quiet?
Yeah, he's kind of quiet, keeps to himself unless he knows you. Like, it's kind of hard. He don't trust people too much. He's got that real Capricornish, real
Nah, that ain't
bad.
got nothing to do with Capricorn, sugar.
Oh, it don't? Okay,
No.
well, what? Well, I don't know. I don't
Remember when
know.
I mentioned to you that
Mm,
the sun moon midpoint tells you about a
mhm,
person's character, who they truly are?
mhm,
Your son's sun moon midpoint is in Scorpio. It's in
mm.
Scorpio. He, even though he's a Capricorn, even though his moon is in Libra, he is more of a Scorpio than he is any of those signs.
Okay, I thought that. I thought that because all he loves to do, well, I don't know if it's had anything to do with it, is wear black. And I do know that he likes, he's into like poly. He's interested in poly relationships. I know that.
Yeah, but what that got to do with Scorpio?
No, I'm not saying that because of that. I'm just saying that was just something else I was just throwing out there. But yeah, I feel that though. What you're saying, I
Yeah,
feel that. Uh
most
huh.
people, most persons who have Neptune sitting in the fifth house, or even Uranus there as well, because Neptune rules, you know, um, openness, right? No bounds.
Mhm.
And Neptune then normally
Mhm.
represents somebody who wants to love
Mm.
more than one people. They have an essence of unconditional love that goes beyond what
Mhm.
people would say. So whenever I see a Neptune in the fifth house, Neptune in
Mhm.
the seventh house, they're capable of loving people beyond just you know just one relationship. They're not really monogamous.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, so that's what I see here based on that. When it comes to that polyamorous stuff, and this right here is Neptune right
Mhm.
here, and this is Uranus here. Another one of your son's talent is, believe it or not, if he was interested, he'd do very good in astrology. According to this,
Yeah.
if he was to really focus, because Uranus is actually conjunct Pallas Athena, and that normally means that he's able to see patterns in different things.
Mm.
Career wise, though, with MC being in
Mhm.
Cancer,
Mhm.
he he needs to work from home,
Mm.
either working from
Doing.
home or working doing something that's very nurturing, either working around
Mhm.
beautification of home because his moon is in Aries and it's in the first house. This could be around aesthetics. So even though you work for UPS, you say UPS,
Yeah.
he could work around the beautification of homes. He'd make an excellent person who have their own. If he was interested in that, by the way, I'm just saying.
Mhm. It's hard to keep him focused.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this because I'm gonna predict for you. He won't stay on that job for more than 5 years. He's not.
Mm.
He's not. The reason why I said is because wherever the moon, whatever, when MC, most Libra risings,
Mhm.
unless it's a nurturing job, unless it's a job where they are nurturing somebody or caretaking as if they're mothering somebody or they're in a home or working from home or any of that nature that's
Mhm.
connected to Cancer, the job won't last. The moon is the most fickle
Mm.
thing in the chart. It changes signs every 2.5 days. All right, so it definitely
Mhm.
shows that he's going to be shifting, um, either every 2.5 years or 5 years. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Another thing is he wants to be rich. He's actually addicted to it because if you take a look at
Yeah. Yeah.
sun moon midpoint, his sun moon midpoint is 22 degrees, and he have Bacchus at 24 degrees, and it's sitting in the second house that rules money, assets, and finances. He definitely
Mhm.
wants to be rich. Now, I'm
Mhm.
glad that
Mhm.
he isn't focused on criminal activities. The reason why I say that is because Mars and Scorpio in the second house, as you take a look
Mhm.
at um at the chart we were looking at, that normally represents undermined criminal activities, hidden activities to acquire money. Now he could turn that and do
Mm.
something very positive, which is investments. Scorpio also rules investments. Okay. Tell yourself
Okay.
if he wants to be rich, if he truly wants to be rich, he should take up, I'm going to say this, he should take up being a mortician.
Mortician?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. He looks at stuff like that on
When it
TV.
comes to death, sex, regenerate, because either that or he going to turn into a pimp. One of these things is destined. In order for him to make money or want to be money, he could either take up criminality, sex, anything
Hmm.
dealing with death, investigation, or investments. These things are very, very important. So, yeah, but he is going to be rich based upon either some sort of, how should I put it, inheritance from the mother and the father. Both you and the dad is going to make him rich. So that's going to be a jump start, but that's after y'all leave. Unless he jump starts himself.
Mm. Mm.
That's a lot of, what are you thinking?
Uh, not interesting. No, I don't know.
It's not a hard thing.
I hope he's staying on the right track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope his desire is
So basically, you saying like so you saying that if he could takes the choose the wrong path, it lead to jail. You saying? If
I don't I could take a look and see what Vesta is. So Vesta is in Libra, and Libra's in the first house. I will say he'll be fighting a lot of court cases. That's for sure.
mm, oh my gosh.
If he was to use that, because all right, he has. Sorry, I gotta put this in my ears. My ears be itching.
I know he got friends that be doing stupid stuff. Um, like, well, he has a friend that's always it just draws the police. Like he always gets pulled over. And I has a gun. I has some weed and stuff like that on him. He just happens to be there with them, and his friend gets pulled over all the time. I'm worried that his friends might get him into something that he has, nothing to do with just by being there, being around.
Well, your sun attracts a lot of people friend wise. His Jupiter is sitting inside Leo, and it's in 11th house. 11th house
Mhm.
rules friends, associates. Leo rules, so he got very dramatic friends. That's for sure.
Mm.
According to this,
Mhm.
yeah, believe it or not, I don't see it happening like that because Jupiter also represents luck. So even though he's traveling with these people, they're not necessarily won't be the reason for him getting locked up.
Mhm.
He actually has luck when it comes to being around them.
Mhm.
So um, even though he got locked, has he ever gotten locked up with his friend when they?
No. No, he's never been locked up.
Right,
He's really a homebody for real. Uh-huh.
right. So when you look at it, tell him to take a look at either investments, crypto,
Mhm.
anything dealing with that nature, other people's money, the stock market,
Okay.
and that would work out well for him. If not, he could slip into criminality. He's addicted to
Coming out.
wanting to be rich,
Yeah.
and his Mars is
Okay.
conjunct his Venus in the sign of Scorpio. All right.
Okay. Okay, your voice was going out a
How
little
about
bit
now? Can
back.
you hear me better now?
Now, yeah, I can hear you now. Did you say mortician?
I said yes, more just very
You
side.
did say
If
mortician.
he was to
Okay.
focus on like in those areas,
Mhm.
like it's probably criminal investigation. He could even go into cyber.
Mm.
All right, and because cybersecurity or anything dealing with hidden stuff, he could capitalize.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now I want to take a
Okay.
look at some of his stuff because I see a lot of Scorpio stuff there. and
Yeah, he gives me Scorpio vibes. I tell him that all the time.
that's because I'm gonna take a look at some money placements and see if what he's talking about, if he's gonna be rich, because he's talking about he want to be rich.
That's how he talks about and what he gonna have and what he gonna do all the time.
Yeah, he be saying that.
That's how we do. All the time. And I'm like, I hope you do it. I hope I be around
Yeah,
to see it.
I'm looking at these midpoints.
Oh,
Jupiter MC. Um, so he's afraid of tapping into that gift of using his music and his talent because the Jupiter MC tells me about like where he could find luck in the career activity, and that means sitting here, especially in the Libra duad, anything dealing with creation or creating beautiful things
hmm
can go viral. So he should also, you know, still do that as well. Okay.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was he ever supposed to play basketball? Like,
Sports wise,
the big leagues, yeah,
was
because he
he
used to
was he
play
good?
basketball really good. Yeah, he was. He used to average like 14 points a game. Um, yeah, he still is good, but he's not in school no more. But
I
yeah,
don't
he's real good at basketball. You don't see that?
I don't see that in his chart. No, I don't see where
Okay,
he was
okay.
supposed to be um this big athlete. I don't see it. I don't see
You're, vo-
it.
okay,
His
okay.
Saturn is in the ninth house. That normally sort of restricts anybody going into college for a long period of time.
hmm
Like once you
Yeah, he
come out
don't
of high
like
school,
school.
yeah. So even at Monterey Science, he probably won't want to get into that because that's also a
hmm
lot of studying. But according to this, yes, most people have Saturn in the ninth house. They don't only go. It's sort of hard for them to get it, but as they get older, they take education more serious. So he won't take it serious. He's only 23 years old. When
hmm
he gets in his 40s, he's gonna go back to school if he
Yeah.
doesn't go down the wrong path.
Oh my God. He'll be 23 on his birthday. He's 22 right now.
Okay, so yeah, 22.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, that's a lot. Wow.
Well, um, I hope I gave you some food for thought to help your son out,
Yeah. I need to hear that.
and tell him not to give up on
I
his
just hope
music.
he listens.
Tell him not to give up on his music. He has Pluto in the third house, which means that his words can be very powerful. He has a natural born investigative skill. So if you want to get into that,
Yeah.
he could also do that as well. Uh, and he don't want to be. He don't like the police, does he?
No.
Sit. I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Did you say that he don't like the police?
Yeah. Does he like the police?
No. No, not at all. Not at all.
Right. So that's another thing. Well, I gave you food for thought. I'm looking at the midpoints that deal with rich money and all these other stuff,
Yeah.
and they're wide. See, even his Jupiter
Yeah.
Pluto is wide. It isn't conjunct his ascendant, and even with his Jupiter Venus is in Libra, it's it conjunct Vesta, but not conjunct the Moon. It's sort of wide. So once he gets into
Mm.
his sacred work or what he's supposed to be doing, he could
Mm-hmm.
possibly, flourish.
I can't wait
And
to tell him. I
and
can't wait.
that's also dealing with beauty and fashion. If he was to get his own clothing line, he could make a lot of money with that. Can you hear me?
Your voice went out. Did you say clothing?
Yes, I said
I can hear you now. Did you say clothing? Okay.
yeah, clothing line.
Okay. Yeah, he think he's a clothing expert.
Well, he could get his own clothing line. Jupiter Venus is where you have expense, where you can make a lot of money, and it's in the first
Okay.
house and in Libra.
Okay.
So make sure to let him check that out. Okay.
I will. I sure will. Thank you, Astro. I can't wait till you come back because I got some more questions. I want to dissect this chart even more.
Okay. Well, I got today.
Okay.
Today's
Okay.
free
Thank
and tomorrow
you.
free. All right, no problem. All right, that was a pretty interesting chart to look at. Very, very interesting. Right. So yeah, that's how it be. All right. I can't see you guys' messages. Let me try to put this up some more so I can be able to see y'all messages. Hey, Jess, what's going on, Jess? Uh, Criteria, how you doing, Miss Jackson? Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Jerry, good to see you, sugar. What's going on? And then we have who else we got? Ray Taylor Bay. Hey, Miss Love, how you doing? Casey Lindsay, good to see you. Glad you guys are here with me. Appreciate y'all. Hey, Auburn, what's good? Understanding University. K Trice, that's popping. And Nicole Pascal, to answer your question, I want to get back to your question. I'm still trying to figure out why I'm attracting narcissistic people. I attract a male version of my narcissistic mother. How can I heal from that? Well, truth be told, in order to heal from that, you got to forgive yourself and forgive the people. Forgive the person who, hurt you. If that is still there, you're going to continue to attract those same persons, Nicole. All right, that's just. I had to go through that myself. I had to go through, not to your particular thing, but I had to go through having to release the emotions connected to what persons have done to me in the past. So I would suggest that for you. All right. All right. For those who want um, private sessions, now I still I'm going to what's the word I want to use? Continue the $25 for 15 minutes of you just pressing me for all the answers that you need. If you need me, I am here. You can message me on Instagram, that's Astro Einstein Quantum Healer. Facebook, Leslie Demetrio Brown. And I will be more than happy to help you out with sorting out and getting the answers that you need. Okay? All right, y'all. I hope you guys have a wonderful. It's been an hour and 13 minutes.